day 22 of the NPL New South Wales Division 1 competition sees us at Poppensetta Park for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and the APIA Leichhardt Tigers. Nicholas Kutniak with you on a very special day, the final day of the regular season, and there is a lot to play for. Before the game started today, Mount Druitt was sitting in an interesting spot in 7th and still a chance to make the 5, while APIA Leichhardt, they are second in the ladder, and that is confirmed. That's where they'll be in season 2019, heading to the finals. All games except this one have started, and we can tell you Rockdale and Sutherland are at 0-0 after 2 minutes. Hakawa and Blacktown 0-0 after 4. Sydney Olympic have just scored a goal to make it 1-0 against Sydney FC, and that's important to note ahead of this game. And Sydney United and Manly at 0-0 after 2, and Wollongong and Marconi 0-0 after 5. The sides for today's game, starting off the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Carlos Saladari is the goalkeeper, the number 1, and then all in number order: Solomon John Monaghan Vayaka in 4, Jake Mamone in 5, Blake Thompson in 6, Alex Boyajan in 9, Fabrizio Fernandez in 10, Taufik Almadine in 11, then it's Lord Tarkor in 13, in whatever number he wants to play in this week, Mirja Pavlovic. And of course today he'll be in number 20 to start off with, Cooper Koskeri in 15, Josh Gould in 16, and then of course for the APIA Leichhardt Tigers, Ivan Nasevsky, the goalkeeper, the number 1, Paul Galimi in 3, then it's Chris Payne in 6, Tynan Diaz in 7, Corey Bixo in 8, Sam McAlelton in 12, with Franco Parisi in 10, Lachlan Hughes in 14, Mayata Marlowe in 15, Sean Simmons in 16, and Michael Coulter in 21. Katie Patterson is our referee in charge today in what should be an absolute beauty of a contest between these two sides. Of course, Gould will be playing in number 3 to get the confirmation there. So, as I said, bad news continues though for Mount Druitt, because Sydney Olympic are now 2-0 up against Sydney FC. So it looks like Olympic have already gone helter-skelter at Lambert Park, and we'll keep you updated with the other games. No score in the other games today. So Poppensetta is where we are. Nicholas Kutniak with you on Football New South Wales, right across the network today. As I said, it's always special, that final day of the regular season, when there's so much to play for. That fight for 5th spot continues to loom. And at the moment, Sydney Olympic are sitting in 5th spot on the ladder. As we are underway here, APIA quickly go to this left-hand side with Simmons getting the pass across. And he's got the ball now. He tries to work it down the line. It's been played at the end by Fernandez. Of course, APIA going to the left of the screen, Mount Druitt to the right. As now it goes over the top of Simmons, and again it's touched off by Mount Druitt to be another throw. Coulter to take it. Of course, a lot to be made of today for Payne as well. He'll be looking for the golden boot for this season. As we see Galimi doing some nice work to get the ball across to Simmons Sean. Now it's worked across the face. Finding here Corey Bixo, or trying to, but Lord Darkor there first. As now Saladari works it deep to the left-hand side. Tapped down by Diaz. Ball eventually goes out. Will be a throw on that far side for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. As you've probably noticed today, that here at Poppensetta we're broadcasting on the grandstand side as opposed to the scoreboard side. And the reason is for you, the viewer, to be able to see all the action with the sun always peeking through late in the day. I want you to see the full game in a glorious picture. As now the ball is worked deep by Ivan Nasevsky. Goes to halfway. Nice work there by Vayaka to work it to the left. Thompson trying to work it up the line. Did touch off APIA. And APIA have it with McElhoughton working into the middle. Parisi can't get to it. And at the end again, the Rangers looking to mount something on the left. Can't find Alamadine. The run was definitely on. As again Hughes able to work it back. Again APIA trying to force it towards here Payne. The offside flag is up. So in the other games so far, no score, except for Sydney Olympic and Sydney FC, where it's 2-0. There's Thompson again, able to work this free kick over halfway. Bounces down, can't get to it. Fernandez, the APIA with Sean Simmons working it back. Short pass down the line. And again, McElhoughton trying to beat the defence there, but couldn't. And how key has Pavlovich been since he's arrived at Mount Druitt halfway through the season? Been a big difference as the team has improved so much as the ball bypasses Parisi and goes out for a throw. This near side for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. As Mamone takes the throw. Pavlovich working it back, but there's the foul given. McElhoughton calls in the foul against APIA. And again, will be the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. It's worked high there by Gould and bounces to the 18-yard box, and Ivan Nasevsky quickly kicks it down towards Payne. Payne just outside the 18-yard box, trying to work it inside. Mixo's there, he's trying to get the cross in, stopped initially there via Vajaka. Bixo working it on this right side. Hughes now has possession. Ball has worked into the 18-yard box. Here's the chance. It's gone wayward. Payne tried to slot it home but couldn't. At the end, it will be a goal kick for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. And a lot will be made out of this game. Flash score around the grounds. Sutherland have just scored a goal against Rockdale, 1-0. There at Illidan. Repeating Sydney Olympic 2, Sydney FC 0. And the other games see Harcoa and Blacktown at 0-0. Sydney FC or Sydney United and Manly at 0-0. And Wollongong and Marconi at 0-0. Of course, scores throughout the day. As it's Hughes now from the angle. Just outside the box, saved nicely there by Saladari. Ball bouncing on this right side. Nicely played back by Pavlovich. Mamone now over halfway. Goes over the top there of Koskeri. Had a good game last week. As now it's Mayata Marlow working it to the right side. Worked forward there by Diaz. Stopped by Darkor. And now Alamadine in the middle. Trying to force the pass there. At the end couldn't work. But the foul's been given on the challenge against Boyajan. As now quickly Pavlovich down this right side. Tries to chip it forward to Alamadine. He chested it down. Can't get the control there on his foot. Eventually wins the ball back. Tries to find Pavlovich but couldn't. At the end, good start by the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, but just couldn't find the goal as APIA roll it forward now. Payne, no control first time here. Trying to beat Thompson, does. And here's the opportunity. He has a shot, goes past there, Saladari, but bounced wide. And at the end, great stuff there by Darkor to get to the ball. Payne is definitely looking likely to score. Sydney FC have got one back on Sydney Olympic. It's 2-1 there at Lambert Park. As now the ball is worked forward by Koskeri. Pavlovich couldn't get the control first time. Works on the inside. He's in the box now. Here's the pass across, but Fernandez couldn't pull the trigger. And Mayata Marlow is on the right side. There's Darkor to take the throw on the far side of the ground, the eastern side. It's now Pavlovich taken. Challenge was fair. It's on the centre with Simmons. At the end, couldn't get the control there, Payne. Thompson works it down the line to Alamadine. Alamadine cuts inside. Out to Marlow, couldn't stop here. Pavlovich, and now we see Alamadine, the chance here. Tries to flick it on, did touch off APIA, and it will be a corner on this far side of the ground. And the score remains here, 0-0. Almadine takes the corner. Ivan Nasevski's there to make the save. He works it over halfway. Thompson able to head it down. Ball worked back there by Fernandez. Quickly Tarkor playing it out to the scoreboard side. Throw to be taken. Trying to roll forward here, the APIA Leichhardt Tigers, but the shot wasn't great by Corey Bixo. Ball worked over halfway. Now to Marlowe. Diaz. McElhoughton back to Diaz. Now to Marlowe. McElhoughton on halfway. Coulter trying to get to the ball here. Does nicely. Chipped on nicely. Up there by Sean Simmons. Now it's back to Hughes. Has a shot. Did ping off Thompson. The save is made by Saladari. So the Rangers here on the right-hand side. Repeating scoreline between Sutherland and Rockdale. 1-0. Sutherland lead. Sydney Olympic lead. Sydney FC 2-1. No score between United 58 and Manly. Wollongong and Marconi at no score. And Harcoa and Blacktown no score. Same here. As we see Pavlovich on this left-hand channel. Working into the middle. Trying to find here support by Arjan. He finds here Pavlovich now. Just can't pull the trigger. It's Mamone able to work it into the middle. This is good stuff by the Rangers looking for this goal. Important one here. Ball trying to be worked into the middle. Didn't quite work there. Just Carey on that occasion. Just couldn't get the right pass away as now beaten there was Parisi. Alamadine on this right channel. The pass on was nice by Fernandez. Alamadine has the shot. It's in! Well, that came at the right moment for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Alamadine makes it 1-0. And I say that because as soon as that goal was scored, an update came through at Sydney United Sports Centre with Sydney United 1-0 up against Manly. Very important for the context of this match and what's happening today. Sydney Olympic leading Sydney FC 2-1. Sutherland lead Rockdale 1-0. Harcoa and Blacktown at no score, and Wollongong and Marconi no score. But as this day continues to produce some magic, that is an important goal by the Mount Druitt Town Rangers.
Tufik Alamadine. The score is Mount Druitt Town Rangers Global Projects 1.
Scoring a goal.
APIA 0.
And for him, that is goal number 8 this season. As now APIA truly quickly trying to attack forward. It's not doing anything at the moment as Mayata has it over halfway. Hughes now. Foul called. Alamadine giving away that foul. Ball worked back to McElhoughton. Now it's worked up the line. And quickly stopped by Mamone. Goes over the top of Galimi. McElhoughton now able to get to the ball. Now it's Diaz again, slipping the pass to the right. Bixo just trying to find the support, but couldn't. Thompson able to work it back. Now it's Saladari over halfway. Pavlovich was taken down the challenge fair. There's McElhoughton able to work it back to Mayutamalo. Mayutamalo quickly on this right side. Goes to Hughes. Foul given. And it will be the Mount Druitt Town Rangers again having to stop this raid by APIA Leichhardt. Now to Marlowe able to work it across the face. And now Galimi decides to work it short. McElhoughton back to Galimi. Fernandez was trying to pressure but didn't quite work as now Boyajan won the ball, trying to find Fernandez, but Galimi's there once more. Now Nazevsky able to hit the pass to McElhoughton, who beats Pavlovich. Now to Marlowe on the right channel. It's over halfway. Bixo chipped forward at the end by Parisi. Diaz wants to slip the pass back to McElhoughton. McElhoughton quickly to the right side. Bixo. Now the ball is worked on to the right. And again Diaz taking the challenge as the ball goes past the goal line. And it will be a corner on that far side of Popondetta today. The eastern side, of course. So just Blacktown and Harcoa and Wollongong and Marconi, the games with no score. 1-0 Sutherland lead Rockdale. Sydney Olympic 2, Sydney FC 1. And 1-0 between Sydney United and Manly, with Mount Druitt Town leading this one 1-0. Could change in a moment with the APIA Leichhardt Tigers, and a good opportunity with this corner. It's whipped in towards the centre, but it's headed up in the sky. Again, McMahon able to work it down. It's just chipped forward by Fernandez. And quickly, McElhoughton at the back. Able to hold control here. The eastern side. Diaz works it forward. Saladari's there to make the save. He's had a great season. Now, Vayaka able to work it back to Thompson. Thompson working it across to the right side. McMahon trying to step on the inside. Parisi was on him, but able to work the ball back to Gould. Now we see the ball in the 18-yard box again. Saladari is over halfway. Diaz playing up in the sky and eventually going out for the throw. .15 minutes gone. The scoreline to 1-0. Mount Druitt Town Rangers lead. Pavlovich just couldn't get the control he needed. As now we see Sean Simmons with the ball on this western side. Now trying to chip it forward here. Nicely done by Coulter. But the Rangers again quickly on the task. Monahan Vayaka trying to get the nice ball on, but couldn't find Pavlovich. And Nasevsky was there once more. As Apia down this right channel. Pixo able to work it across. Coulter. Simmons back to Coulter. It's now Galimi once again. Trying to work it forward. Fernandez is up. Nearly won the ball. Fernandez has to be careful not to get the foul. Eventually it was going to be called. In fact, they would say it's a foul towards Mount Druitt Town Rangers. But I think Galimi was controlling at the end. But even still, he's going to be careful. He's always going to end up in a foul as Darkall works it back. And Mount Druitt Town, for the moment, retreating back. And Saladari able to work it to halfway. It's now the ball just outside the 18-yard box, but McElhoughton able to control this. Katie Patterson, of course, our referee in charge, doing a fantastic job as Diaz works it over halfway. He's onside here, Payne. He heads it down for himself. Thompson quickly got to the ball, but the flag did go up. And also at the moment, we've got a blue ball on the pitch. Gets cleared away. Repeating the news in the other games so far today, and for those that do want to watch the other games, I do apologise if I'm blowing the scores from the other games, but Sutherland lead Rockdale 1-0, Sydney Olympic 2, Sydney FC 1, Sydney United lead Manly 1-0, Wollongong and Marconi at 0-0, and Harcoa and Blacktown also at 0-0. There's now the ball just sitting outside the box, and again Mount Druitt really trying to get this 2-0 lead. As now we see Pavlovich chipping this to the right side. Now Koskeri tries to work it in, did touch off APIA. At the end, I'll call the handball, which was outside the 18-yard box. A great opportunity again for the Rangers. Celebrating their 50th season, celebrating what has been a great time to be in the NPL 1 competition, and they'll be happy with the year they've had, but if they can somehow get 5th spot, they'll be partying tonight at the club, that's for sure. So from the set piece, this to be worked in. Slow. It's bouncing up the back, it's hit the top of the post and bounces over the net. Bit of hairy carry at the back. So now Parisi. Nice work here by Hughes, but just couldn't get the right pass away. Now Koskeri spins back. Good ball by Gould across the face. And now it's Darkor who has it on the left-hand channel. Up the line. Voyager back down the line. Lamadine to Thompson. Spice in this game still alive with Thompson again with possession. Ball bounces towards the goal line. It will be a goal kick. Lamadine last week, part of the team of the week, same as Mamone. For the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, both had good games, and I'm going to give credit to Thompson as well. Great performance. Well, Ivan Nasevsky and Mackelhoughton for APIA Leichhardt also got involved in the team of the week from last week. Final match day, of course, of the regular season. As the road to Bankwest Stadium continues. As we know, next week it will be 2nd v 3 for the prelim semi-final. For the elimination semi, it will be 4th v 5th. That's at the moment what they're trying to achieve here to Mount Druitt Town Rangers. But a couple of things against them at the moment in regards to the scores of the other games. Sydney United do lead Manly 1-0. And Sydney Olympic leads Sydney FC 2-1. As now we see again Thompson with the ball taken down the challenge. Play continuing, Darkor was taken. The foul will be given. Well, Sutherland lead Rockdale 1-0. Cowan Blacktown at the stalemate, same as Wollongong and Marconi. Marconi, they've got to be careful, of course, as this continues. Of course, they're on 4th spot at the moment. They want to drop back to 5th. It's now on this right channel, Pavlovich trying to work it in. Now Simmons, again with possession. Payne able to work it back to Mackelhoughton. On this right channel to Diaz. Diaz works it up the line again to Bixo. Bixo now chipping it across to the right. And there's Diaz who trying to cross it in, but Mount Druitt again breathing that sigh of relief with possession once more. And how important Fernandez has been, same as Mamone. As now we see here Pavlovich. What does he do? Tries to chip it in. At the end, the Rangers occupy this right side. Fernandez, nice touch. Now Vajaka found support here. Voyager with Mayata Marlow. Centre foul given here. And we'll come back towards halfway where this foul will be occupied. As Katie Patterson's trying to get the players' attention. She does now, and will be taken via Mamone. Scoreline here of 1-0 in the favour of Mount Druitt Town Rangers. It was a Alamadine goal, an absolute cracker to start the game off. It's now on this right channel. It's worked in nicely, but again Mayata Marlow able to work it towards this western touch, and the throw will be taken So it will be taken via Mamone, the throw. It's lobbed up in the sky there by Simmons. Calls for handball on Macklehoughton, and it has been called. And here's the opportunity. Starting to sink here for the Rangers. They can get their second goal. Just be around the hunt. Their job is obviously just to win. And then whatever happens in the other games happen. But they would love to end the season on a high for sure for the club. If fifth happens, as I said, they'll be partying tonight hard just to say that they'll inside the top 7 in the season. They'll be happy with that, especially the way the few things worked out at the start of the year. Bexo has it on the left channel. Bexo now just outside the box, works his way in. Now again Simmons trying to hold control. The Rangers again really working hard here. Get the throw on this broadcast side of Popendetta. As I said before, how important this game is. Including for APIA leading into next week. They would love to have at least the confidence leading into next week. You don't want to lose against Mount Druitt Town Rangers and having to play their second V3 game next week and be in ill shape for it as the ball is worked into the box. At the end, it's played out by APIA past the goal line. It will be a corner. Eastern side of the ground. Your comments through via the Facebook or YouTube pages. We'll go through those throughout the afternoon as here's Alamadine, and gee whiz, there's close to being a goal here, trying to tap it in home, but just couldn't there. It was in Gould. Gee whiz, it was close to being a handball too. Gould was also trying to claim that there was a handball in the play. Scores around the grounds, we'll get to those shortly. There's now APIA in possession here. It's Bexo working it on. Payne! And there it is. 1-1. And Payne now has made it 21. So there it is. 1-1 the score. Payne has started his account this afternoon. Trying for claims of offside, but it was not going to be called, and he was on, in my mind, from my position. And that has taken the wind a little bit out of the sails here at Popendetta for the meantime. With the scoreline at 1-1.
Goal to
Now they'll need to
Mount Druitt Town Rangers 1,
realign
APIA
here.
1.
There's Alamadine. What can he produce? He's still got possession here. Near the goal line. At the end, he's lost it. It's played up high by Diaz. It goes over halfway and bounces out to the eastern side. Southern lead Rockdale 1-0 after 30. We can tell you that Sydney FC are down against Sydney Olympic 2-1. Sydney FC, as I said in that game, 2-1 down, but Sydney United have just scored a goal to make it 2-0 against Manly United. Wollongong and Marconi at 0-0. And Hokoa and Blacktown also at 0-0. Here it's 1-1 after 27. Ball worked into the middle. Spinning around Payne. Good pass by Parisi. Couldn't find Payne though. So we'll keep you up to date with all the games, and we'll also keep you up to date for this race for both fifth spot and the golden boots for the regular season. Can you imagine if Payne somehow can produce the goods to score 2 goals and TJ Thomas James doesn't score in Wollongong, geez, it'll be a turn up for the books for sure. So a lot to talk about in the discussion today of this game. McElhoughton once more to the right, and Diaz is on the right channel. Again, Payne to Bixo. Bixo just outside the box, trying to work his way in. Darkor plays it out past the goal line for the corner. One to be taken by Sean Simmons. Just bouncing down and cleared away at the end by Fernandez. Pass Boyajian. He lost it. In the meantime, McElhoughton able to clear it. Goes past everybody except Saladari. Saladari makes, of course, the important save and able to work it down to the right. Gould finds here Mamone. Over halfway. Trying to find Ekos Carey, but equal to the task. APIA Leichhardt, ball worked up the line. That's a good ball. Again, trying to find here Bixo. Eventually, the ball was worked on by Parisi. Samadari with the save. Now it's Alameddine down the left-hand channel. Could you imagine if Alameddine can score a double today? The fans will go off. Manly, by the way, have a red card by the looks of it. What we can see in that game. In fact, I should say Manly have just scored a goal, so it's actually 2-1. No red card in that game, but now it's 2-1 between Sydney United and Manly. Now the ball back towards here. Nasevsky able to work it to the left-hand channel. Coulter. It's on halfway. Headed up by Simmons. Hughes couldn't do much with it. And again, Boyajian able to work it across, or I should say, in fact, work it across the Vega. As now we see here Pavlovich trying to go for the big hoik, but at the end saved by Nasevsky. Fernandez tried his best to get to it, but just couldn't. And Simmons, okay on him. Darkor quickly making the effort to get to the ball. At the end, offside here is Pavlovich. Ball goes towards Darkor, able to work it down the line. Boyajian. Boyajian again. Trying to work it into the centre. Pavlovich. Pavlovich. The end. And Druitt will have the ball once again on that eastern side. Kenny Patterson finding the foul. It's now just from outside the box, probably about 30 yards from goal. Mount Druitt able to try to work it into the middle. Played down and Pavlovich couldn't control it at all. Now Simmons beats one. able to work it on to Payne on the left. Across the face now. Parisi. What about this? McElhoughton's taken by Thompson. The yellow card's out. Kenny Patterson right on the spot there. Yellow card's been given. Now for Blake Thompson, that is his third yellow card of the season. So we'll be in Parisi to take this set piece again. Just working it low. Payne. Now it bounces down. Now Alamadine able to have it on the left channel. Alamadine. Alamadine works the cross. Pavlovich in the middle. Chance looming for Fernandez. Saved by Nesevsky. The flag was up anyway. The flag was up. I think they were saying Fernandez was the one offside. Regardless, the opportunity was coming. And it was nearly 2-1. So, situation with the games at the moment. With Harcoa and Blacktown at no score. Sutherland lead Rockdale 1-0. Sydney Olympic 2-1 against Sydney FC. Sydney United 2-1 against Manly. And Wollongong and Marconi at no score. With this game at 1-1, the situation sees Sydney United in 5th spot. With Marconi sitting in 4th, obviously. And Olympic in 6th, with Mount Druitt back to 8th spot, with Sutherland ahead of them on goal difference. That's on the live ladder as we speak. We'll keep you up to date with that ladder throughout the afternoon and all the scores from the other games. The final match day of the regular season. The foul was scored. The ball's in the middle. Here's a chance for Pavlovich. Pavlovich trying to do his best, but APIA's defence has been on song with McElhoughton able to work it. And now it's across the face to the left channel. Now Sean Simmons able to work it in. Good ball by Bixo. Simmons now trying to spin across. Here's McElhoughton up now, working across the Payne. Sluggish effort. Goes past the goal line and a goal kick again. For those just tuning in, goal scorers, Alamadine for Mount Druitt and Corey Payne scoring for APIA. Or Connor Payne, I should say. Keep on saying here, Chris Payne, Corey Payne. Gee whiz, I'm going back a bit. It's now down the left-hand side of Coulter. Ball goes out for a throw on this near side. Parisi. Simmons chipping it up for himself. He's trying to work into the middle. At the end, another header down. It's cleared away. Now it's in the middle once more. Trying to find here. Pavlovich couldn't. Believe me, now has it. The foul's been called. So we'll get that right. Chris Payne, the goal scorer. I can tell you Sutherland have scored another goal to make it 2-0. You can hear, of course, on the background, the updates of somebody's Football 24 app on the speakers, as now here's the corner worked in. It's chipped into the middle, and again saved by Saladari. So now we see possession here for Pavlovich. It was taken, and the foul's been called. So 1-1 the score. Thompson to take the free kick. It's worked in the box. At the end, Galimi lets it sit back. Nasevsky makes the save. Half-time, Sydney Olympic 2-1 up against Sydney FC. This ball is played out via Mount Druitt. Thompson. Throw taken quickly. Saladari lets it sit, controls it before he throws. Darko. Now we've seen a foul called. It'll be APIA. We'll have it about 15 yards in from halfway. In the score here, 1-1. Is now APIA work it into the box. Trying to get that ball across, and again just didn't quite work. Now it's Simmons who works it across. Chance again, it's gone begging as it goes past the goal line for another corner. In fact, I should say for a goal kick. Didn't touch off there. Rangers 1-1 against APIA Leichhardt. Repeating half-time, Sydney Olympic 2, Sydney FC 1. Hakoa and Blacktown no score. Rockdale down 2-0 to Sutherland. Sydney United 2, Manly 1. Wollongong and Marconi 0-0. And Hakoa and Blacktown at 0-0. So, as we're about to see here on the far side, the throw to be taken. Fernandez can't get to the ball as it goes out. A throw though for Mount Druitt to touch off APIA. Now a whistle on the play for another foul. Bixo alongside here, Pavlovich. So now the ball worked towards the box now. The effort just not there. Riajan with Mayata Marlow able to clear it. It'll be another corner. As we're about to see the corner be fired in. Fernandez works it in. Goes past Ivan Nasevsky, had to be played down. As now we see down the left-hand side, Darko was taking the challenge. Bixo able to get onto the ball. And a good tackle made at the end by Mamone. And the fans are happy about that as the ball goes out. It'll be a throw for Mount Druitt. Here the crowd was happy about the call. As it's about to be taken by Mamone. Close to half-time, 3 remaining. Parisi works it up. Saved by Saladari. Worked over halfway. Riajan couldn't do much. Fernandez neither. Simmons. Simmons working across the face. Ball back to Parisi. Trying to find Payne, couldn't. Thompson's there. At the end, saved by Saladari. Ball bounces down Diaz. McElhoughton. Galimi. Mayatamalo. As now, ball worked over halfway. Coulter trying to work it on, but nobody there. Simmons was not going to get to it, goes past the goal line. Will be a goal kick, just being told that TJ would have been able to score a goal, but it was taken off his toes by Millgate just seconds after Chris Payne scored. So isn't that a story to tell? Golden boot. This final day, who's the top goal scorer? That's going to be one we eagerly want to find out. Half time for most games except this one. We'll go through the situation as well ahead of the next 45. In all games concerned, Darkor trying to work it forward. McElhoughton's there. Mayata Marlow now across the face to Coulter. Or trying to, but Mamone quickly heads it down. And we see here Pavlovich back. Alameddine. Now it's worked across. Good ball by Thompson. Now what can they do here with Fernandez, or should say, because Carey working back. Darkor. Now the ball just in the middle. And a chance looming here for the Rangers once more. But the save has been made at the end by Nasevsky. And now trying to work down this left side. Simmons, the pass back. Galimi able to find it and down the line there to pass, but he was taken to the challenge. And he wins the foul. 2 minutes of additional time have been added. Payne wants to roll forward, but not to be. We're close to the break, of course. Repeating, it's 1-1. Chris Payne scored the goal. And he's on 21, equaled with TJ. And that second goal, is it going to loom? And is it going to be before the break? Parisi trying to work it forward. Shut down by Gould. And Gould able to work it across to Alameddine. And now we see here possession by Pavlovich, taken down the challenge. Simmons is there on the ball. Simmons down to work it forward. He's trying to find Payne. Shut down by Thompson. Thompson now working it down to this right side. And again, we're seeing here what the Rangers can produce with Alameddine. And Pavlovich was just standing still. At the end, Mayata Marlow gives away a foul. It will be a Rangers ball. Score remains here, 1-1. Close to the break. In injury time. Now the ball has worked just outside the area. Chest it down, Parisi. Now Hughes. Payne trying to inject Bexo. And all opportunity trying to happen. It's not to be. Score remains here, 1-1. Chris Payne, how much is riding on him to score this second goal? As there's the whistle for the break. And the scoreline here is 1-1. And let's get through the situation of what so far happened today in all games at the the break,
time in the NPL.
we can tell you
Mount Druitt Rangers
that the Mount Druitt Rangers
APIA,
here obviously
Leichhardt
1-1 with
Tigers.
APIA Leichhardt.
Teams are locked at 1-all.
Blacktown and Hucko at no score. Rockdale trail
It's
Sutherland
attention
2-0.
To the
Sydney
northern side of the
FC
ground, we'll have our
are down against Sydney
Rangers
Olympic
dash
2-1.
starting at the 18
Sydney United, they lead Manly 2-1 at the break, and Wollongong and Marconi at no score. Now, in terms of the ladder at the moment, United are 5th. They're 5th on 33 points, ahead of Sydney Olympic. Now, what needs to happen for Olympic to bounce into the 5 is for Manly to score the equaliser. Now, if that happens, Olympic get ahead of Sydney United 58. Now, Sutherland sit in 7th spot at the moment. If the Rangers lead, they'll move back into 7th spot on 30 points. Now, for the Rangers, they need Sydney Olympic
to the grand final, and
more effectively to draw their game against the Sydney FC side, but provided that Mount Druitt Rangers are able to score 4 goals, which is going to be a hard job. So effectively they need Sydney FC to overturn the tables against Sydney Olympic, and they need Manly to push it to a win against City United, so they need City United to lose as well. So a lot bearing on what's going to happen, and we can't wait for the next 45. We'll break here on Football New South Wales' live coverage of the 2019 NPL 1 season. And when we come back, the second half is going to be key. The Rangers up against APIA, 1-1. Chris Payne is close to winning the goal scorer of the year. Need to score 1 more, and he needs TJ not to score a goal. What will happen? Find out on the other side of this.
Hey, Goff.
The second half about to start between the Mount Georgetown Rangers and APIA Leichhardt. Scoreline here of 1-1. Flash score to the other games so far. And we can tell you that Sutherland have scored a third goal to make it 3-0.
Welcome back to the second half here at Popping
2-1 up against Sydney FC. Of course, Sutherland play Rockdale. Cohen Blackdown, no score.
APIA Leichhardt 1.
Sydney United lead Manly 2-1. And Wollongong and Marconi at the stalemate 0-0. In terms of what's happening with the golden boot for this game, well, we can tell you that Chris Payne has scored his 21st of the season. He's equal to Thomas James. Valamedine scoring the other goal, by the way, in this game. This is important to note, because if Chris Payne can score a goal in this second half and TJ doesn't score in Wollongong, Chris Payne takes out the golden boot for 2019. We will keep you abreast with everything today as the second half is underway. Mount Druitt defending the right of screen as the ball goes over the top of Valamedine. He's going to try to get back to it here on this left channel. Let's see what he can do here, Valamedine, as again he just works it across the face. It's headed down. Nice defence by Kuta as it's gone down this left channel. Trying to swarm onto it is Sean Simmons. The ball does ricochet off Mount Druitt and the throw will be taken by APIA quickly. To again trying to find Simmons up the line, couldn't. All these games played near same time. I say near same time. This game the last to kick off. Admittedly there was an injury in the 20s game that caused a delay. But repeating here. And what has been a good contest between these two sides. It's still 1-1. And the Mount Georgetown Rangers, they're trying their best to score this all-important goal. Realistically, important to score 2 goals just in case anything happens. And I know it's highly unlikely, but the fans are still here dreaming and hoping that it can happen. Ivan Nasevsky about to take the goal kick. Should say it will be the foul he's taking after the flag was up before. Now he works it deep over the eastern side as it goes over the top and controlled nicely by Mamone. Mamone on this right channel as the ball is played down the line and eventually sets out for a throw for APIA Leichhardt to take. Kulto again, trying to work it into the middle. Good stuff there by Payne. At the end it just didn't work for him. Now George trying to play it up the line and goes out for a throw. So repeating the scoreline here, 1-1. Mount Georgetown Rangers up against APIA Leichhardt.
Which one are you, fresh or cab?
See, ball played down the line and Coulter winning the foul after the handball just near halfway. Played straight into the hand there of Koskeri. Now the ball goes deep to this left-hand channel. Sean Simmons trying to work it across the face. Now it's alive here for Bixo. Payne's trying to get the header, couldn't. Bixo trying to play it down, couldn't. Thompson trying to clear it, couldn't. Alamedine, oh well, I should say Saladari trying to get to the ball, he does. He wiggles around after he was taken. It's around the head. And he's clutching his head, and this does not look good. Saladari was taken in the challenge when he got to the ball. And this is not looking good here for the Mount Georgetown goalkeeper. Looking around the head. He's bleeding around the nose by the looks of it. It's not looking good for Saladari. Carlos is sitting upright. He's got the towel there to wipe away the blood, but not looking good at all here. A change could happen as the situation continues to loom here. Saladari is going to try to stand up in a moment, trying to get the excess blood out of the nose passage. I think he's saying he's going to be fine, Carlos Saladari. Doctor just trying to make sure he'll be fine to go. Katie Patterson just wants to confirm everything. He says, no, I'm fine. And Carlos Saladari says he's going to play. Katie Patterson continues to say, yeah, okay, you sure? And Carlos says, yes, 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 I am. And that's the situation. Very good goalkeeper, as we know, Carlos Saladari. 1-1 the score here, by the way, for those who have just joined us, as the ball has worked over halfway. It's headed down by Mayata Marlow. And now, nice work there by Hughes. He does find support. Simmons now boots it forward here. It's chested down. The control is good by Payne. Bixo now tries to get the ball, but Thompson quickly played it down. And Alamadine once again is there. So the Rangers retreating back on the right wing. And Mamone now plays it down the line. Trying to get to the ball, there's Boyajan. Boyajan gets a touch, controls here. He's got Galimi on him. At the end, he's able to work the ball forward, but McElhoughton quickly on the spot. McElhoughton's taken the challenge. The foul will be given. And the score remains here, 1-1. The other games, scores haven't changed. Harcoa and Blacktown still a stalemate, same as Wollongong and Marconi. Sutherland lead Rockdale 3-0. I still find that amazing to think in that game. Sydney Olympic 2-1 up against Sydney FC. Sydney United lead Manly 2-1. So that's the situation with the games involved today in the NPL 1. No goals in the second half besides the Sutherland game. And we will keep you up to date as Parisi works it forward. He's onside here, Payne, but he's not going to get to the ball. Thompson tries to stop him. Eventually Thompson wins out. He'll try to work it to this western side and the ball goes out for a throw. This game continues to build and I hope you're enjoying this wherever you are on this Sunday afternoon. As now Hughes works at the Parisi. It's stopped by Alamadine. And Alamadine at the end stopped Parisi initially, but Parisi was able to work it back to McElhoughton. Now it's Coulter again, and they're on halfway. Galimi short, McElhoughton long, and now we see Diaz trying to get to it, and it's up high, and it goes out. I think it'll finally be a corner after Darkall playing it. So now, I'm going to say it was just to the left of the corner flag, so that's why we'll have the throw. Score remains here, 1-1. There's now the ball in favour of Alamadine, and Boyajan, just no control, hasn't had his best game today. He's now spinning across the right side there. Galimi and Mayata Marlow. Diaz again, trying to work the ball up the line, and again it's controlled nicely by Corey Bixo. Corey Bixo trying to find Chris Payne on the run, couldn't. At the end it's shut down nicely by Thompson. Thompson slips over, Parisi wins out. Parisi to the left, Payne He wasn't ready for the ball, and Carlos Aladari is there. Scoreline here of 1-1. And the faint hopes of Mount Georgetown Rangers getting 5th have evaporated pretty quickly. In some respects, did evaporate as soon as Sydney Olympic scored a goal to make it 1-0 before this game even started. It's 2-1 against Sydney FC at the moment as a substitution will be made. John Roberts about to come on to the pitch, and coming off will be in Alex Bayajan. So repeating, it's John Roberts on and Alex Bayajan off, and as I said, it hasn't been his best game today, and that could well be a very vital
Substitution
change.
for Mount Georgetown Rangers coming off, number 9 Alex Bayajan being replaced by number 19 John Roberts.
That could well be a very vital substitution in the context of this game. John Roberts has had a good season. As now stopping the ball is Koskeri on the right. Trying to work it up the line. APIA Leichhardt of Coulter. He is best to get to it. Koskeri back. Now taken down, there's Roberts, and the foul will be called. So with this set piece to be taken, the Rangers looking for this 2-1 advantage to come. Question is, will it? Set piece taken towards the near post, but going past Roberts. Disappointment at the ends for the Rangers, as now it's Parisi again, just chipping it forward. Shut down nicely by Mamone. Now in the centre is where the ball will be drilled. Nicely done by Fernandez, and now the ball inside by Koskeri. Fernandez slotting it towards Pavlovic, does it nicely. Pavlovic does it nicely and gets the goal to make it 2-1. And that is a very good goal. Now, this is the second goal in the second half in all games combined. This very important goal. But I say that, but I've got bad news. Olympic have made it 3-1. So 2-1 here, but sadly Olympic have gone 3-1 up. So Mount Druitt sit back in that 7th spot.
Goal for Mount Georgetown Rangers, scored by Mujan Pavlovic.
As again on this right side, they're trying their best to make it 2-2 now. APIA. Now it's Thompson on the left. Thompson over halfway. Handball not called. Mayatamalo. Hughes. The end play to Koskeri, right side. Mamone. Roberts. Back to Mamone. Faker. Faker again has possession, chips it forward. Alamadine looking for the ball. It's chested back nicely by Diaz. And now quickly, Nasevsky quickly goes back to this right channel. This is important for APIA with Bexo trying to work it on. At the end, Thompson's there, plays it out. Throw on this near side. But still, it's all about Chris Payne trying to get his 22nd goal. And to win the Golden Boot for 2019. Top goal scorer. It's equal at the moment between TJ and Payne. There's Diaz, Mixo. Roberts plays it down. And now we see Gould. And now it's on the right channel. Mamone, over halfway. Chested down, no control. Goes past Roberts. Now quickly, Mount Druitt on the attack. Fernandez, cross to Pavlovich, the goal scorer. Pavlovich now makes his way inside the box. He chips it forward. Mayata Marlow stops it. Now Alamadine doing his best, but again, it's controlled by the APIA Leichhardt Tigers. Whistle's blown for a foul. Pavlovich with a bit of a hug at the end. And now we see Bitso going forward. Hughes has it. Alamadine wins out. Well, so he thought. And then the foul was called. And the score remains here, 2-1. Alamadine there was trapped. So the foul was called. Thompson having a word with Katie Patterson for this free kick is taken.
Go Rangers!
It's now Pavlovich, former Marconi player. Back to Darko. Now it's work forward, trying to find Roberts on the run. It's headed down there. Michaelimi, Mayata Marlow able to work it back to Nichevsky. Nichevsky, big game from him. Even though they're down 2-1, he's worked hard. The Rangers have had opportunities for sure. Now on this left-hand channel. Apia trying to work it forward. Ball on there, the end by Payne doesn't quite work. Saladari controls it nicely. So still no score between Hakoa and Blacktown. Wollongong and Marconi at no score. Sutherland 3, Rockdale nil has taken down the challenge. There's Roberts. Foul called, no card. We've had 63 minutes in this game, 2-1 the score. Manly trailing Sydney United 2-1. What has been a very important game. Rangers with this set piece. It's taken. It's low. It's touched off Apia, so it will be a corner. Sean Simmons on that occasion. It touches off. Fernandez takes the corner. It's headed out the game by McElhoughton. As we've seen an incident here, Katie Patterson has seen here Darkle being pushed, or Roberts I should say. She just has the word and that's it. Fernandez works it in. Cleared away by Mayata Marlow. Pavlovich. It's played out the ends. It's going to be an APIA ball. Scoreline of 1-1 was the halftime score, but of course that goal in the second half by Pavlovich. So now the ball goes scaling towards the middle. Mixo giving away the foul after the tackle on Thompson. Keith Patterson just says, calm down. Now for Mount Georgetown Rangers. Thompson to take this. A fourth goal for Sutherland too by Rockdale. There's a romp on there. The game that really doesn't mean much, except for pride. It's a good game for Sutherland as Thompson works it deep to the far post. It's headed down. Good back half of the season. As opposed to what happened in the first half as Roberts works it up and wide. But 4-0, Sutherland lead Rockdale. I don't think anybody would have expected that. Final game of the regular season at Illiton. Tell you now, from what it sounds like there, it's been all one-way traffic. Here, not the case. It's 2-1 Mount Druitt lead. But the Rangers seem like they can surrender a goal because APIA have pushed them. At the same time, you can say that Mount Druitt can go up by a 2-goal margin if they're not careful either. APIA. As now we see Payne now trying to win the ball, but couldn't was Hughes. But Hughes able to win the turnover. Now Hughes, can he get it across to Payne? Payne's looking for it, but Thompson says, no, get out of my way. Clears it for Mount Druitt. Now the Rangers on the attack. It's Alameddine. Good control there by Pavlovich. It's played off Mayata Marlow. Goes in control for Sean Simmons. Simmons now needs to work it across. He does. And there's Payne again. Good pass there to McElhoughton. McElhoughton will have a swing. And at the end it goes wide. Goes towards the pool. And this week I learnt my lesson. They're not to park the car there. And that's a good thing. After parking the car last week behind the goals, this week it's behind the grandstand.
Number 7.
So, repeating here the scoreline of 2-1. The Rangers lead this. The other games have pretty much settled down. Sydney Olympic 3-1 against Sydney FC. Blacktown and Hakowat no score. Wollongong and Marconi no score. Olympic, as I said, 3-1 against Sydney FC, and Sydney United lead Manly 2-1. So the situation in all games, this one started last, so this will be the last game to finish up of the regular season. As now the ball has worked forward. Mayata Marlow is able to work it down. At the end, the foul's been called. Fans were hoping that Fernandez was able to get the clearance to take the shot, but it's quickly called back. So, repeating, 2-1 here, the scoreline. And APIA Leichhardt have to quickly do some reconnaissance if they are any hope of winning this game, as now we see on this left channel Darkall trying to find Roberts. Roberts enables the pass to Darkall. Diaz with the tackle, and at the end, Mayata Marlowe able to work it to the right. There's the pass by Hughes. Bixo's on the run. Now he's going to be stopped nicely at the ends. Good with a nice effort. Thompson able to work it on. Eventually the ball goes out for a throw on the near side. Score remains 2-1. Pavlovic shoves off Parisi off the ball. Now Fernandez. Ricochets off APIA. Pavlovic on this left-hand channel. Pavlovic, can he get a pass across? Alamadini's there. Alamadine, what can he do? At the end, ball bounces down, headed down by Diaz. Possession nicely done at the end here by Hughes. Hughes now working the ball into the middle. And Diaz again. And now Thompson stops it. And quickly we see the Rangers on the attack. Ball lobbed up by Roberts up in the sky. Comes down. Trying to get onto the ball there was Coulter. Trying to work it down the line. Simmons couldn't get to it, but played out by Rangers. Throw on the far side. Repeating, Mount Druitt leading 2-1 against APIA. Cohen, Blacktown, no scores. The ball is worked in. Bixo can't get to it. Payne couldn't either in the first place. As now we see Vaeka. He's beaten again. Sean Simmons. What can Simmons produce here at the end? Duck egg initially, but he was able to find McElhoughton. He's outside the box, trying to work into the middle. Headed down nicely by Darkor. And again, the Rangers have possession as the ball is worked to the left. Pavlovic chipping it on. And now, can he get to the ball here? Roberts. Mayata Marlowe in the right position. 4-0 Southern lead Rockdale. Olympic 3, FC 1. United 2, Manly United 1. Wollongong Marconi no score. But we can tell you something's about to happen for Rockdale. We're about to see a goal confirmed here. And it's about to be 4-1 in that game. We'll get confirmation of that in a moment. Substitution also about to happen. We're about to see Jacob Esposito to come onto the pitch, and by the looks of it, he's going to replace Cooper Koskeri. So Rockdale's just scored that goal. That's confirmed, 4-1. As now we're about to see the substitution here. Repeating, Koskeri off. And on will be in Jacob Esposito, who scored last week. And APIA about to make a change as well.
Substitution from our Druitt Town Rangers coming off. Number 15, Cooper Koskeri. It's been replaced by number 18, Jacob Esposito.
Now we're about to see the substitution for APIA. Coming off the field here will be in Mayata Marlowe. Cosiano coming on. Cosiano on.
Substitution for APIA Leichhardt Tigers coming off. Number 15, Themba Mayata Marlowe. Been replaced by number 17, Samuel Gulisano.
Gulisano on. And also goal to Blacktown. They lead Harcoa 1-0. So goal to Blacktown, 1-0 now. They lead Harcoa. There's now the whistle blown there. The Rangers quickly going to this left-hand channel. Keep you abreast with all the other games as well. As it continues. Pavlovic, Roberts, turned over, Parisi, Simmons, McElhoughton, Hughes, quickly, foul was taken, but I want to bring it back because Sean Simmons was on the ground. Parisi and Sean Simmons both combining. Again, we see Simmons going forward, but stopped by Vaker. Now it's on the right channel. It's lobbed up and wide by Alameddine. Really control it, could he, at the end there, Diaz. Here's Roberts. And now Corey Bixo. It's in the middle. Hughes. Parisi. This is good work by Parisi. Hughes able to inject here. Diaz, it's all about him getting the cross in the middle. Chance was begging for pain, but Hughes has got another attempt. Now he decides to work it back. Mount Druitt, great work and able to get the ball down the right channel. Wollongong have just scored. It's 1-0. We'll confirm the goal scorer. As now we see here Pavlovich down this left-hand channel. What can he do again? He works the ball in the box, but saved nicely at the end by Nasevsky. Sutherland now lead 4-2. Rockdale have just pulled another one back. So 4-2 Sutherland lead Rockdale, 1-0 Wollongong lead Marconi. And we will keep you up to date with all the games going on. As now it's on this right channel for Corey Bixo. Can he lob it in the middle? Thomas James did score. So now he's on 22 and Payne's on 21. Somebody has to get the message out that Chris Payne needs a score now. As now we see here on this left-hand side, Pavlovich, there we go, I've said it once already, is now down this left-hand side. It's Roberts. Roberts now, can he get the cross into the middle? An opportunity, and at the end, Saber Nasevsky. Well, that was begging. It was bound to happen for Fernandez. And the ball goes out for a corner. So wowee. What about the ending we've got in sight? As now Alameddine works it back. Fernandez, top of the box. Alameddine taken down. Play continues. Cross in. Esposito. Ball bounces down. Pavlovich played it straight inside. Now he tries to beat Hughes for the ball. He does it at the end nicely. They're both having words while the play continues. Pavlovich now on with Hughes. Hughes takes him down. Foul will be called. And then there's a bit of a hug and a tap on the head. And Katie says, settle it down. Now we're about to see the free. By the way, it was a penalty goal as well. So penalty goal from Thomas James. As Sydney United have scored to make it 3-1 against Manly. And this is starting to look what a lot of people probably expected the ladder now to look like. Sydney United have got their spot in the 5. Fourth spot with Marconi sitting in 5th. And Olympic back outside. And the only way Olympic could feasibly now make it inside the 5 is if United lose, which is unlikely to happen now. As that set piece was taken by Thompson and goes wayward, headed out, and eventually a goal kick. Or, and I know this can't really happen, Sydney Olympic need to score 11 goals in the space of about 10 minutes. Yeah, not going to happen. Because now, and I should say they're into injury time now as we speak, so yeah, that ain't going to happen. And Sutherland have scored a 5th goal, by the way, 5-2. It's now Alameddine trying to work it into the middle. McElhoughton doing a good job to try to get onto the ball, but couldn't. And Alameddine just played it straight back. Now we see Galimi on the right. So ball goes out for a throw near side.
Make sure that line gets up.
So we'll keep you tuned to what's going to happen in the other games, and also we will let you know the situation for the finals next week. At the moment, APIA play Blacktown, Sydney United play Marconi. 2 thrilling games you'll see next week. The road to Bankwest. As one season ends, the next season starts. Of course, Premier's Wollongong, but the championship looming. By the way, if you're Chris Payne, can you see if you get another goal? Because TJ, as I said, scored that goal to reaffirm he's standing on top of the NPL 1 goal scoring standings. It's now Macklehoughton's in the middle. Macklehoughton, can he work it on to Payne? At the end, he does. Now it's all about him beating Thompson. Oh, again, just didn't quite work. As now we hear another goal. And it's a goal to Hakawa. Hakawa have just scored a goal and made it level pegging against Blacktown in their final outing in NPL 1 for the meantime. We'll get to that in a second, as now we see the pass by Fernandez, and it's on this right to Pavlovich. He's just making his way in the box, trying to work it in. At the end, APIA play it out. It will be another corner. Well, isn't that outstanding to see? Hakawa ping one back. Can they get it? If they beat Blacktown, wouldn't that be amazing? To beat third place in the ladder as you're going out of the NPL 1 competition. As we know, relegation does loom for Hakawa. As now the ball bounces off that corner. Couldn't get to it at the end there, Gould. The attempt is wayward by Thompson. There's a substitution for APIA to be made. Coming on will be in Adrian Eugenio, and off the field will be in Lachlan Hughes.
Substitutions for APIA Leichhardt.
And also now we
coming off
see
the field,
here another
number
change.
14 Lachlan Hughes being replaced by number 18 Adrian Eugenio. Coming off, Sean Simmons being replaced by Dominion Nasrabadi.
As Nasrabadi comes on for Simmons. So what has been a frantic day, starting to wind down. What a day it's been. If you're Sydney United, you'll be happy at the fact that you got your spot in 4th, which at one stage might have not been the case. Marconi, though, they will be 5th in Sydney Olympic. I've got to feel sorry because they'll end up in 6th. The 2019 season has been absolutely amazing. And stay tuned for the remaining couple of weeks. As now taken down the challenge is Parisi. Roberts has the ball now. He's got Alamadin on his right. He goes to the left to Fernandez. Just needs to beat Nasevsky. Gets the goal, but the flag's up. The flag's up. Yeah, that could have been the one to seal the game, but just not to be. It's now ball on the right side. This is Diaz. Can he work it into the middle? It's over the top of Payne. Bouncing back. Can he get to ball? Narabazi. Rabadi, I should say. There's Rabadi. It's now at the end. Macklehoughton can't get to the ball. So we see a Mountjoy play on the ground. Rabadi having a good first touch. So Sydney Olympic officially can't defend their title. They've done what they can. By the way, Wollongong have scored a second. And you'd think that it would have been Thomas James, surely, just to make sure that it's all over. And he's got the golden boot. But again, we'll get that confirmation shortly. As the ball goes out, it'll be a throw on the near side. So Sydney Olympic have done what they could. 3-1 full time against Sydney FC. Blacktown and Harcoa 1-1. United lead Manly 3-1. 2-0 Wollongong lead Marconi. 2-1 here. Mount Druitt lead. And Rockdale down to Sutherland 5-2. Darko works it back to Roberts. Hit it up in the sky, comes down. Now it's Bigso, his right channel, trying to work it in the middle. By the way, it was an offside between Wollongong and Marconi, but back here, an opportunity sprayed wide by Roberts. So it was an offside there between Wollongong and Marconi. So it's back to 1-0. So TJ doesn't quite have the hold that he might have had. Maybe Chris Payne could somehow get this goal. He's looking forward to at least level it up. It's Diaz on the right channel. And again he goes back to Parisi. It's in the middle to McElhount. Now it's Diaz. Diaz trying to work it forward. At the end, it's saved by Saladari. So repeating, it was an offside before. We'll just get confirmation if it was TJ that actually had the shot. But anyway, play continues. Ball worked to the left-hand side by Uchino. Now the ball into the middle to Parisi. He's got the armband now after Sean Simmons went off the field. McElhoughton's back. Taking down the challenge there at the end. Was it Uchino, but able to win the ball again, but he's again taken down. As now we see possession here, just near halfway. There's the referee here, calls a foul. There's a push by Parisi. So Nicholas Trimble, his last game for the Rangers, he's about to come onto the pitch too, so you'll see at least a couple of minutes. As time does tick here, I've had a challenge before. There's Pavlovich, he's on the deck on halfway. So we got full time in 3 games now, full time in 3 games. Harcoa 1, Blacktown 1, Rockdale 2, Sutherland 5, Sydney Olympic 3, Sydney FC 1. 3 games still left in commission. With Wollongong 1, Marconi 0, City United 3, Manly 1, and Mount Druitt lead APIA 2-1. And what has been a sensational final day as Pavlovich makes his way off the pitch.
Substitution for Mount Druitt Town Rangers coming off Mirjan Pavlovich, and give it up for number 12, Nicholas Trimble, coming onto the field for his last appearance for Mount Druitt Town Rangers.
His last appearance for Mount Druitt Town. Nicholas Trimble comes onto the pitch. His confirmation comes up on the board. So with 2 games continuing in injury time, we're just about to get into injury time. So listen to the fans. Trimble's chant there in the background, which is great to hear. It's been a good game. 2-1 will be the score that will probably end up with Chris Payne, sadly, might not have the opportunity he was looking forward to level up the golden boot. I know we've harped on it throughout the afternoon, but it's been the big story now of the day. And a confirmation of 4th and 5th as well, with United getting 4th, and they'll be happy. They play Marconi next week. We'll get the full details, of course, later tonight on the situation of where games will be played, or at least tomorrow morning. Confirmation will be given to hand. But amazing to see what has happened today on a sensational afternoon. As in the middle, Bexo. Oh, great work there by Darkor. Now we see Alan Medine working it deep to the left-hand side. Wollongong full time against Marconi. They've won 1-0 as Roberts has it on the left-hand channel. So Payne has got a chance still to level up. We're just about to hit injury time, and you'll assume maybe 3 minutes of injury time, so it's still alive, the chance. As Rabati.
Franco Parisi, the retirement home's the other way.
Chino looking for the ball as it goes to Parisi on the right channel. Is now great work by Thompson to get to it. Thompson on the left-hand channel, looking for the goal here. You can hear the fans, the natives getting restless.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 4 minutes stoppage time.
4 minutes of injury time has been added. And we have got an absolute humdinger of a finish to keep you entertained. This will be officially the last game of the finish as well of the regular season. A confirmation as well on the full weekend, and what's going to happen next weekend for the first week of the finals will come to hand in a moment. Sydney United have officially won their game against Manly 3-1. So, order confirmation coming through now of all the other games, as we've got an injury here. It's a challenge with Mamone, and it was a head clash too, because bloody steaming out of the APIA Leichhardt player. It does not look good at all. Gulisano on the ground for APIA. Gulisano and Mamone. As I said, Gulisano had blood steaming out from the right, just above his eye. That will end his game. In the meantime, as we're about to see the stretcher come on here, both Moan and Gulisano both on the deck. Nasty collision we saw there. And the stretcher's out. We can tell you that today, Harcoa and Blacktown 1-1 full-time. Sutherland defeating Rockdale 5-2 full-time. Sydney Olympic 3, Sydney FC 1. Mount Druitt defeating APIA. Well, I say that it can happen. Still a comeback from APIA, but 2-1 in this game. Sydney United lead Manly 3-1. And Wollongong defeated Marconi 1-0, repeating Sydney United. And Manly is a full-timer as well. So the situation now that comes to us about what has happened today. And we can tell you that next week Wollongong have the weekend off, and APIA will play Blacktown City. Sydney United play Marconi, venues to be determined. Sydney Olympic have missed 5th spot and dropped the 6th on goal difference. As we have got a halt in play due to an incident with Mamone Gilisano. Was steaming out before. I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be surprised if we just call time here, because I don't think anything's going to happen for a couple of minutes here. Make sure these players go off. I think they just want to make sure that they're settled, the two, and that they work out what problems they can now on the pitch before they can be moved. Momona's been bandaged up. It's a head clash between those two. Gilisano's jumping off the stretcher. He's going to come off the field. APIA will be down a man. Mamone is bandaged up. And that's what we can confirm for you. This game's still in transmission. Now Druitt Town, though, we're going to end in 8th spot. Sutherland getting that win against Rockdale. Bit of a surprise that game, really. 5-2. An amazing result there. We're a couple of minutes away from full time here, as Gilisano comes off. Does look wounded. So this game still in action for the meantime. Simmons off the pitch, as we know. Same as Hughes. And the other change, Mayatamalo, with the injury to Gilisano, who came onto the field a few minutes ago. Down to 10 men. Mount Druitt are about to win their final game of the regular season. Sadly not a finals berth, but they'll be happy with what's happened this season. Plenty of support for next year. 7th is where they'll end up, according to what we have in front of us. Some reports are showing that they will end up in 7th spot. The live ladder we're looking at will confirm that in a moment, as Thompson plays it up in the sky and it goes out. We have been giving you updates throughout the afternoon, all the scores. We'll go through them again, and we will also remind you who has got the golden boot, because Thomas James did score a goal. As now we see the ball worked in the middle by Mamone, bandaged up as we said before due to that incident. As now he's offside there at the end, Esposito. Time is ticking on what has been a very good game in the season for Mount Druitt Town Rangers. The solace for them is that they've been able to produce a great year. Okay, it might not be a 5th place, but still they'll be excited at the fact that an FFA Cup round of 32 they made, and it went to heartbreaking penalties as Alameddine clears it away. Goes past the scoreboard. For APIA, now it's about time to revenge what happened last year. They lost, of course, 3-1 against Sydney Olympic in the grand final. And what a grand final win it was for Sydney Olympic. As now onside is Roberts, who's trying to work it into Esposito, who goes wide and will go past the goal line. And of course, as we know, penalties back in 2017 hurt APIA when Manly won. No, premiers, of course, that year are just going to get the championship, as Esposito nearly taken down the challenge. Spun around there, Parisi won out. It's now the whistle is blown, and that's it. Full time, Mount Druitt have won their final game of the season. 2-1 against APIA Leichhardt, but for APIA, they knew when they came here they were
Full time
second,
here at
and then they
Poppenditta
were
Park,
always
and
going
the
to sit in
Mantua Town
second
Rangers
spot.
Global Projects
And for
first
them
grade
now,
have won
it's all
2
about what
goals to
happens in the
1 over
finals.
APIA
They take on
Leichhardt.
Blacktown City next week. Sydney United take on Marconi, and now it's time to go through
Druitt Rangers
the
will
end
take this
of the
opportunity
season
to
and the
thank our
final
sponsors
wrap
for
of
this
every
season.
game.
St Mary's Leagues Club,
First of all, Town City, Rockdale, they lost to Sutherland 5-2.
Finance,
Sydney FC lost to
Essex
Sydney
Services
Olympic
Group,
3-1.
Triple M Cement
Mount
Rendering,
Georgetown Rangers
Combined
defeating
Building
APIA
Group,
2-1
Ian
on the
Cooper's Classic Home Improvements,
final whistle, of course.
Jordan
Sydney
Springs
United
Plumbing
defeating
and
Manly
Excavation,
3-1. And
Network
Wollongong
Building
defeated
Supplies,
Marconi
Complete
1-0.
Legal
Thomas
Conveyancing,
James, he scored that goal for Wollongong.
All
That put
Sports
him ahead of
Direct,
APIA's
Sweet Chocolate
Chris Payne.
Warehouse,
Just
Lang &
1
Simmons
goal to
against
difference,
Druitt,
22 for
Insane
TJ,
Lifting,
21 for Chris
Great
Payne,
Western Kia,
and he wins the Golden Boot.
Carousel
In terms of the standings,
Ribs
we
and
knew, of
Rose.
course, a couple of weeks ago the championship, or the premiership, I should say, went to Wollongong, but the championship is what they'll be looking for. But the premiers, as we know, Wollongong on 51 points, APIA second on 42, Blacktown third on 38, Sydney United fourth on 33, Marconi fifth on 32. So that's the 5, Wollongong, APIA, Blacktown, Sydney United and Marconi. Then Sydney Olympic, agonisingly close, but 11 goals is the difference because they ended up level on points with Marconi, 32-32. But as I said, Marconi, the goal difference of 12 to Sydney Olympics 2. Then Mount Georgetown Rangers 7th on 30 points. Then it was Sutherland 8th with 28 points. Manly 9th on 26. Rockdale 26 points in 10th spot. The goal difference hurt them there. Sydney FC 11th on 21, and Hakoah bottom of the table on 11 points. As we know, Hakoah, due to the club championship, are relegated to 2s next year, which is a shame for the Hakoah club in their 80th season. But repeating next week, as one season ends, another one starts. Sydney United take on Marconi in what should be a vital game, 4th v 5th, the elimination semi. The prelim will be between APIA and Blacktown, all venues to be determined. That is going to be a great game as well. And then, the week after, we've got
a
vital match. And that, of course, by the way, those 2 matches will be midweek on the 21st of Wednesday, of August, I should say, on the Wednesday, the minor semi and the major semi. Then week 3 will see the prelim final, and week 4 the grand final of Bank West. As I said, all venues to be determined for week 1 of the finals. We look forward to it. It's APIA and Blacktown in the prelim, and in the elimination it will be Sydney United and Marconi. The news here is that Mount Druitt won their final game of the season on Old Players' Night, and what a win it was too for Mount Druitt. Chris Payne, agonisingly close, but it was TJ that took out the Golden Boot for the regular season. 1 goal. And 5th spot, Marconi sewed up. City United got 4th spot on the ladder. Wollongong are the premiers. We know that the championship is something they're looking forward to if they're going to be there on grand final day. You'll find out more in the next couple of weeks, but full time, Mount Druitt 2, APIA 1.